start up here. Again, like I say, there's no beginning or end, but this section is basically the Earth energy, and all the universes that have come to help us are all these circles here. And they're all the universes that have come to take us through the Phoenix Gate. And this is 2012, which is totally surrounded by divine feminine energy. So the sense that I have is that the 2012 gateway is really feminine guided.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, So this is Earth coming to the 2012. And the rest of this is the solar system coming this direction into 2012. And we're all going to meet in the middle. So it's, what people don't realize is 2012 is, I mean, look at this, that's all that Earth is, and this is the rest of the solar system.
May I suggest that you all get on this side so you're not casting shadow?
Good idea. So the whole point is that the Earth is this minuscule part of the 2012 gateway.
Right.
It's actually not about Earth at all.
No, it's the whole universe is birthing itself into the Christ, into the conscious God. Yeah.
So the thing that's so incredible is how each one of these represents a different universe. And they've come here to basically help us through the square gates into the 2012. And then the rest come this direction. So the culmination is here, but the thing is that's the beginning, but it's actually the end of that. That's the beginning of this, but it's also the end of that. So when it twists and makes a Mobius strip, then it's basically, this whole thing is about taking the Earth and the solar system into the infinity of cosmic manhood, cosmic solar hood, whatever you call it. And you just have to, Lord be, I have no idea what it is. You just have to just focus on...
It's interesting because this one that you haven't got finished yet, this one up here,
Yeah.
haven't even started it.
Yeah, that's a huge event.
That really draws me. I mean, I'm like, whoa, this is incredible.
And it was like, don't even think about it.
This is really exciting.
I think that's going to be sometime either the middle of this year or the end of this year. I'm not sure which, but it's going to be this incredible...
Will you let me know when you draw it?
Yeah,
Promise?
it's going to be this cosmic wave.
It's going to be
come in from
I
the
already
universe.
feel it.
It may
It's
actually have already
amazing.
begun, because I did that side of it, which was the sun and the moon.
Oh, this is
But
different.
this is way different.
Is different. Ooh. That's like goddess making love and something. There's something really amazing. So what am I doing here? Nothing. Oh shit.
Speaking of which,
Well, if you need information about how to do something on this, or what it's all about, just call Mark 585.
Oh, I know. Well, you know what? It's going to cost me $10,000 just to scan this thing. So I just kept taking my notes. You'll see all the way up.
Wait, talk to the guy that has the Virgin Airways.
Richard Branson.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Can you
for
call
something
him, or-
this
Here,
huge.
Tom, honey.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Something this huge, the people are already in place, everything's already designed. It's basically nobody is going to come.
Yeah.
So when it's time, they'll find me, because I'm not moving.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm staying here.
There is a point.
For starters, it's $10,000 just to scan this. To make it into a plexiglass.
like that has nothing.
No, but that's just the beginning, because then you have to embed it into a plexiglass strip standing 36 feet because it's a return. That's what this is about. Returning mankind home.
Exactly.
Well, actually, the solar system.
Actually, it's more than the solar
So
system.
what it has
This is
to
a
really
galactic
be is...
event.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Just the solar system.
all I've drawn is the solar system and Earth.
Well, it's
Oh yeah, it
bigger
goes
than that.
really big.
Way bigger.
But I want one of these in every capital city, because what one of
It's in the
these
now,
has
right?
specific
This one is
kind of codes of things.
I love when you do these.
Oh, they're so cool.
That
isn't
one, oh
they?
yeah.
I don't know. I love one, and then I move to the other one.
I
and
know.
I go,
Look
wait
at
a
that
minute,
one. Oh my
I
God, I
really
love
love
that
that one.
one. Oh yes. Oh, she's
But
so
you see
beautiful.
all these nuclear things that are spreading outwards,
Oh, yeah.
like pa-chum, pa-chum. And it's just like, goes on. Oh, this is the dragons again. I remember. This is dragon's blood, and how dragon's blood feeds the planetary systems. And they come out of the cauldrons of fire, the baby dragons.
What do you know about dragons?
I don't know, really. It's
You
just
do-
what I learn in the drawings and stuff.
Because
and what
one
the
came
magnificent
to
one tells
me when I was a little girl every night, and it would open
Oh,
its
go
mouth.
talk to him. Or her. I ought to spend time because the female dragon that's here is actually me. And I had the strangest experience. First of all,
There she is
magnificent
there. That's
one.
amazing.
He's actually over there somewhere. This gorgeous dragon that I really know for 25,000 years. I mean, old buddy, like dear old friend.
Yeah. Oh, I
My
know.
father, my grandfather, I don't know. Anyway, I loved him so dearly. And then one day, this female dragon arrived. And she was really beautiful. And Magnificent One said that this is my mate. And that night I had this dream about being her and having this baby dragon by Magnificent One, and it was so flipping real. I got up and I looked outside, and there she was with the baby, and I thought, oh my God, I'm dragon. And so, of course, why would you not be dragon?
Right.
So,
Right.
yes, I ought to know a lot more about dragons, but my head is so filled with stuff, even the little bit that I know, for God's sake. Look at these two.
Look at this
These
one.
were two planets.
Tom, get that one.
These were
Specifically,
two planets that I swear to God were made out of like some kind of metallic substance, that one. Like a sort of titanium planet or, I mean, nothing that I know of, but some kind of metallic. Oh, it's amazing. And this had the similar thing, and they were sister planets somewhere on the far side of the solar system. And these two were also centered in nucleic fires. And these two feed the following four. And the dragons know all about these two planets. It's kind of like this whole little cluster here is all to do with dragon's fire and dragon's blood and Vulcan and metallurgy and, oh Lord, I don't know. And look at these 7 balls here.
Mm-hmm.
And I did them. They were really potent.
Gotta get out of I gotta get into the class.
And I couldn't figure out what they were at all. I still don't know what they are. But they were very specific and very definite about how things should be.
Where's the last panel you worked on?
That's the Venus one upstairs.
I guess
Oh, the last panel of this.
Of
Sorry.
this.
Sorry.
the very last things that I did was I taped up this end to that end, and I finished off these last bottom things here to connect to that end over there.
This, I love this, but then I love the Earth.
Well, this is the Earth. But look at that
I love
square
the Earth.
Phoenix Gate. I mean, what a fabulous sort of, with cosmic antenna and stuff. I mean, talk about going cosmic, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
That's just amazing, Shona.
Look at this double chalice here, just pouring out the blessings. And this drawing began with the blue pearl. I mean, usually others finish with the blue pearl. This actual drawing started with the blue pearl. Because the very first lines I put on this paper was the blue pearl, and this line here was the beginning of the drawing. Beginning, actually, right?
Yep.
And I thought it was only going to be like 10 foot or something. And then Spirit said, no, just keep going. It's going to be 18 foot. Then it's going to be 36 feet. I'm like, I've run out of paper. That's okay, go buy more paper. So the last one is horrible, cheap photographic paper. It's not art paper. It's really horrible stuff. But I couldn't get the good paper anymore. And
Really?
so I just kept going at 72 feet, which is the return, 36, 36,
Right.
which is 36 this way and 36 back.
Right.
That's where you're standing there. That's another one I love, is that pool with that line going through the middle of it. No, above it. There.
Oh.
Isn't that weird? That sort of... I never found out what that was, but it was really flipping interesting. Because I felt like if you travel down the line in your mind, it's not even a black hole. It's some kind of, I think it's a gateway to that universe, but it's an open gate because that's fluid in there. And when I was drawing it, I came and went into this universe. That's how I knew all these were universes, not beings.
Right.
There are 22 universes that are helping us through this Earth, particularly through the gateway. And then all these have their own configurations of, well, I don't know, whatever.
And you know those universes are within our bodies, and
This is a
these
portrait of you.
codes are reigniting those universes that have gotten
Absolutely.
askewed,
And you see,
mutated, all that.
And if we open up the cells, because that's how I got to do this, was out of that time of not eating for 5 months, whatever it was, and not speaking and going into the cell structure. So I became the solar system, and I know this is our future. So I know that this is, all I'm having to do is clean up the last of the physical stuff in the body, and then that's it. I don't know. It seems to me that that's the way of it for everybody, really. I mean, it's...
Oh, sure. It has to be. It has to be.
Here's another thing I couldn't finish on this side.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some other event of...
This is just amazing.
This was very
Truly,
interesting.
truly.
These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd because they kind of go in clusters somehow. But this was, kept exploding on me and going outwards. And if you see these 4, they have this horizontal plane explosion feel to them. And it's opening up of something. And when I drew that center gateway there, it was amazing. And that funny 4-petaled, whatever it is, with all the suns and stuff. And it was some initiation that would take us into some kind of plasmic... I just keep seeing this light that explodes like a flat light, like that, and just goes ching, like a sort of...
Yeah.
I don't know, and it happened 4 times when I was doing those 4 wheels. And...
Wow.
And these were another planet, 2 sister planets here, and I can't remember much about them, but they were amazing too. And they were supporting something to do with these 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They were some kind of intergalactic, intercosmic gateways. And you see, here's the building of the green fire. Here. So they all contain different color fires, which apparently is the really important next step, is that we reframe our understanding of fire.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I love these too. I don't know what they were, but they were like crystalline planets. This one and the sister one over there.
Uh-huh.
And they kind of built the energy for this and these 2 and these 2, and then exploded out into that next part. It just kind of went pa-ching-shing.
Don't you find that some insects hold these prints?
Oh yeah.
Aren't they amazing?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I've had the most amazing
Yes, I can. Okay.
telepathic
love
communications.
insects.
I do too. I've never met
I've
anyone
learned-
but me who
I've
loves
learned
them.
so much from my bugs and beetles, I tell you. Flies, whatever. They
Oh,
come-
they're awesome.
And you know,
Spiders.
it's really interesting. You know, some of my windows have screens and some don't. And when nature wants to get my attention, one of the birds comes and just flies, sort of scraping the window just like that. Always knows exactly where I am in the house, and they always pick a window right next door to me which doesn't have a screen on it. And it's either they need help or nature needs help or I need to pay attention, whichever.
Uh-huh.
And it's absolutely infallible. I mean, it's amazing. And I just feel so taken care of. And then,
They are so
you know, a fly will
amazing.
come and say, "You're not paying attention." And I'll have this long conversation. And he sits on the end of my finger.
Yeah.
And like I'm going, okay. And
Yeah.
and I just
Aw.
think, you
You're
know,
the only person I've ever
Really?
met that loves
I've met
insects.
1 or 2 others, but not so many.
No.
And
They hold the keys.
oh my God, well,
The
they were here.
collars. Well, they hold the
They were
keys.
here long before,
But
and
they,
they'll be here forever.
everything that's here is star seeded.
Of course.
Everything. So they come from other places.
And I like the cockroaches and all of them.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
you pick
like,
'em
you
up.
know,
Yep.
I was
This
really
is-
upset because one got into the bath, because I'm not using the bath right now
Yeah.
because of the ferns there, and he died. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I didn't
death
come and
doesn't
look at
exist,
you.
You know that.
No, but, he must have struggled to get out and couldn't,
Yeah,
which is
that's
kind of a bummer.
drag. So what kind of paper is this? That photographic?
Oh,
pa-
this is cheap stuff that
that's
you
a
put on the back of
shame.
like a photographic.
Yeah. Is that the rest of this whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the only stuff I could
Shona,
get.
honey, that's a.
But you know what? It doesn't make any difference when it's all scanned. I mean, I belly ached about it. I said, oh, come on. You've got to be able to get this paper. Well, first of all, it was thousands of dollars, the paper anyway. I didn't have thousands of dollars. So I said, don't worry about it. It's going to be scanned. Just do it. And I'm like, okay. And this was like $78 or something. I mean, it was like,
Every time you take it out and unroll it, though, it
Well,
does,
I've got to
it
tape
does-
up the ends.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
take care of that.
but I mean, if the spirit's in charge, I'm not going to fret about it, I sleepless nights otherwise about stuff like this.
No, you can't do that. Wow, what a gift, Shona.
Well, you're looking at yourself for the next.
I know it. A gift that you're giving is what I mean.
Well, I guess the gift that I was given, I should say.
Yeah. Well,
Then
isn't
this
that the
portion
truth
has
of
got
all
some
of
good
it?
ones in here. The end.
Or
the
is it the
beginning.
beginning? That's in my book.
Look, 71 feet, 72 bloody feet exactly. Now, if I tried to measure that, I bet you I wouldn't have made it. The spirit said you'd measure out 72 foot. I would have never done it. I would have
Right.
But I think when
It's like
it's a
skiing,
when
you
a
know, it's
plexiglass
where you're
movement
at
strip
on the mountain.
where the design will show on both sides, and I see it standing up at a slight angle, at a 30-degree angle, of course, and at the bottom there'll be a stand that people can stand on and be in the Mobius strip. And imagine the sun shining on it and being in a market square. I mean, talk about
Lovely.
fabulous.
Lovely.
It's really cool. Oh, look at these things. I think they're amazing. I did them there
Yeah.
for the first time, and now I've done them on quite a few drawings since.
Yeah, they're really
Now, this
outrageous.
drawing was before all the other ones you've seen.
Which drawing?
This one. I finished this a year ago, and all the ones I've showed you up to now, they all came after this one.
So the ones last night and everything?
And this morning came after this one.
Oh, well. The Venus is awesome.
That is it. Considering it's only 4'6" or something, that packs one heck of a punch.
I love it.
And the Syrians, too, they're only 11 foot each. I mean,
Hey, why
compared
don't you
to
go
this.
stand over next to Trish and Kat?
Oh, God, in the sunshine? Sorry, I'm pulling uphill.
Okay, attention.
Attention!
Yay.
Fantastic.
See, I knew that you guys had to come and do this today. I don't know why, but there's something about... It's just pause a minute and see what's happening. I just suddenly picked it up. It's like this is being kind of moved back into the earth again. This is the second time I've had it out on the mountain. And the last time was some huge gateway or other. And I think this is just re-embedding the 2011 energy. And it just needed some humans that would be willing to stand around and
It's just some
be the
humans.
anchors, really.
2011. Carl Kalaman said October 23rd, 2011 is, I got the impression that that's the date that most people associate the energy of December 21st, 2012.
Yes. And then, I remember, I had these notes to myself here about the new music. That was right. I started drawing here, and all this music started happening. Oh, that was the 7 earthquake. Asteroids will be here tomorrow. Going inward and becoming the living edge, actuating the tube torus. Using the still point of the tube torus. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, this was all about music, the new voice coming in. And about the, it'll be helpful, I guess, you read my writing. New Yod, Heart of God, Mind of Creation, DNA helix, many dimensions of. Of course, you always think you're never going to forget it, and then you go on and you completely forget what it was all about.
Yeah, I know exactly
At
what
least I
that.
do.
I do too.
There's obviously some frightfully important diagram over there, none of which I can remember. I remember this being really important to do with music. Because this whole sound started coming out of the drawing. It was really strange. It was really kind of cool. So Mars. Oh, that was something to do with the moon and Kether. Jeez. Yeah, I guess I'm not supposed to remember it. Whatever. Anyway, that was all music.
Uh-huh.
So if you like, this is the beginning, which was actually the sound that then created the rest of the picture.
Right.
That was when I wrote all the beginning, was the sense that the sound here was actually what had created the whole picture.
In the beginning, there was the word.
Right. And the word was the sound, the music. And that's when my mitochondria started talking to me about, you need to give us the freedom to dance and move again, like the trees of old times, and release
Like the
us.
ants.
Yes, like release us from the anchors that we got stuck in. And so,
Brr.
I wonder how long they'll be here.
What do you mean, the people?
Yeah.
Well, we could actually pull out around this way, Shona, if you want
Yeah,
to
'cause
leave
you've
it
got
up.
to leave at 12,
Yeah,
right?
but you said
Yeah.
10 minutes of light on the.
Yeah, you
I know,
did.
that's what I'm worried about, is that I don't think they'll be here in 10 minutes, and I think, let me just tune in. I think it's maybe too much to show the little
Oh,
girls.
I do too.
I think you should
For you
start,
don't know
yeah.
these
I don't
kids,
think
I tell you.
so. Yeah, but
Is that what they're coming for?
it isn't about